Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome back to our YouTube chit chat once again. Guys, there are people here that we must tell them the truth, because the only word they will hear, it is the truth and brutal truth, ruthlessly, that you take to them at their doorstep. That's when they will come to hear. I never mince my word, and I will tell them, as positive reactors, will always let you know the truth. By just a mere fact, you come here and throw tantrums left and right, bragging left and right, and issuing lies and threats that are never making sense. It's not enough to make us fear you. The question that I need to ask, who are you threatening? Why are you shouting in the first place? Guys, if you're wondering what I'm talking about, there's this lady, we call them a biggie mouth, the black demon. If you remember so well, the lady issued a statement, and this statement was utter lies, that Deemwango has been denied a visa. In the same breath, he said that Deemwango won't be given a visa, and Deemwango all along has been pretending traveling, and he doesn't travel anywhere. That one alone informed my reaction that I issued, plus other positive reactors who came in with a heavy reaction, pinpointing and perforating the material content that she published that were never making sense. Now, what is making her so mad is like, we really unwrapped and perforated such kind of material content such that her head was buried with shame and utter shame. And I want to confirm, it was so shameful, and her lies was exposed, her narrative was exposed, and we really did a big blow to her. Now she's coming and trying to do a damage control, and has really backfired. So guys, if you really want to know that the head were buried in shame, then watch the video.
And some of them are saying, "Oh, Black BBTV will hide her face in shame." How she didn't get the Poland visa? She will never get Polish visa.
Alone tells you that the lady is struggling to explain and justify his lies in shame. This is utter shame. So when we really wrote and vexed that you'll hide your face in shame, it is exactly the same thing that you're doing. By mere fact, you've just come out to seek validation and to justify your stale and archaic reasoning, really confirms that you are dying in shame. And you are hiding your face in shame, because your lies has been exposed, and you're struggling to explain lies that are never making sense. Guys, these are the things that most of the time I've been telling the reprobates. They will tell you lie, and in night they will change the statement, then later come and give a justifiable that this is what they really meant, and it was captured in a camera. If you listen, and I want to quote verbatim, that they're saying that some positive reactors are saying that he will hide her eyes in shame, face in shame. And he's going ahead asking this question, that why did Deemwango never issued a Poland visa? This is an irony. For the first thing, I always believe you are given what you applied for. If you go to the shop and you want to buy some item, let's say for example, you've gone to a shop and you want to buy perfume, deodorant, you'll be given a perfume, not a soap. Why would Deemwango be given a soap and Deemwango was ordering a perfume? Analogy. If you're a student of a literature, I think you'll be so fast quick to grasp what I'm speaking about. In assonance, let me now be brutally factual. This lady is telling us that why did Deemwango never issued with a Poland visa? The question is, which visa did Deemwango apply for? Deemwango applied for such a Schengen visa. right? That is the visa that Deemwango applied for. Why would Deemwango would be given a Poland visa and she never applied a Poland visa in the first place? So this is why sometimes I tell you, they will come and lie, they will again come and stay away from that lies and setting their own question and answer. They're now putting words into Deemwango's mouth. The statement that this lady said, he said that Deemwango has been telling his supporters and his audience that he's traveling and he has never been traveling everywhere, which means she rubbed all the travels that Deemwango has made far and beyond in this world. That Deemwango all along haven't been traveling. That Deemwango would be traveling to Nairobi, sit in a room elsewhere and telling people that he's in Europe, then gets back home. These are the lies that we are pointing about. Therefore, whatever Black Beauty is talking about is this his own creation and is dying in shame, hiding his face in shame, trying to hide lies that she cannot even hide. And that is just a matter of a fact. Why would Deemwango be given a Poland visa, yet she never applied for a Poland visa? She applied for Schengen visa. That is just lie number one. Just by the mere fact she came in here to explain and vex and distance herself from her initial statement really tells you she's struggling so hard to validate herself. She's struggling so hard to rescue her sinking head in shame to come back into a limelight, which has really failed terribly. So guys, there is a lot more that is coming at the progression stages of this video. So if you really want to know more, kindly click at the notification bell so that whenever I upload a video, YouTube channel notify you instantly. To my subscriber, may God bless you abundantly. So let's dive in after the break. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our YouTube chit chat. My name is Inazak and this is my channel. So guys, let's dive in lest we forget. You know, sometimes you wonder how some people could really run very fast, 100 meters away from their initial statement, because this is the time that we must expose them brutally. I heard him saying that you must ginger your content and you must bring the element of drama so that you get views, so that you be paid. That alone confirms the analogy statement, that monologue that Deemwango used. I poo and they eat. So it is factual. Deemwango will always poo and Black Beauty will eat. That one is asserted and Deemwango was so right. You know, that element of ginger is you'll come and list it with some kind of content which are so stale for you to get traction. Well, I want to tell you and I want to unearth more. Yes, Deemwango applied for Schengen visa, never the Poland visa. So if you come here and start wants to put words into Deemwango's mouth, we'll tell you off and we'll call you names and telling you that you're a reprobate, and we'll defy you and we'll always tell you that you're lying. So if you feel so bad, go and hug a transformer, or you take a hoe and you can swallow, or a razor and you swallow, because us, we are just made to tell you people the truth. Guys, there is a video I want you to watch. Then from that video, I will come and rebuttal it and give things to perspective going forward.
Europe, we will tell you the truth. Polish that hates foreigners, especially the black ones, go and ask. I'm saying it with my full chest. Polish people, they don't like, even especially these Africans. They will not go give her. Why? Your boyfriend is in Poland. You want to travel to Europe. Look at the suffering you suffer yourself. You have to go to Spain. Because she have to start. Let me tell these fools that they don't understand anything. They just sit down there and talk just in the name of reaction. She will have to go to Spain because she got no visa for Poland. Even though it's Schengen visa, you have to go to that country. They gave you the visa. Is the country you will first land before you start working in other countries. And when you are going back, you have to go back and go back. You understand? She have to go back to Madrid. That is why you hear her. She said, oh, she's still going back to Madrid. In her video before I start this video, she posted it today. So you didn't ask her why she's still going back to Madrid. She has to go back to Madrid because is a
You just watch the video. The video that you just watched is self-explanatory, and it will tell you one thing: that the person speaking that video is a dwarf and a dwans. You know, these are the people whose their self-esteem is so limited that when they come in, they want to give more than what they were never asked. So irrelevant. If you look at the person speaking from that video itself, it tells you one thing: that it's now want to bring more, and she wants to look so intelligent, then she's far from it. We all know the Schengen visa, the first country that you land, it's where is the country that you will take off and exit from. That is a knowledge. Whether you've traveled or not traveled, the information is there in internet. But let me tell you, you're all now confirming that it was Schengen visa that Deemwango applied for. Therefore, it is ironical to ask a question why Deemwango was never issued the Poland visa. Black Beauty, I want to ask you a question. Where did you get the information that Deemwango applied for Poland visa? It is not in our business to know whether the Poland people, the Polish people, are so racist or not. It is not on our purview to know. The fact is, Deemwango will reach Poland. Deemwango will reach Poland. It doesn't matter whether Deemwango applied for Schengen visa or Poland visa or not. The fact is, they meet with the boyfriend in whatever location that they want. And by the way, if you don't know, the reasons why Schengen visa is more: first of all, it's cheap. Secondly, it's open the wider scope for you to travel in very many European countries within 3 months, within 90 days. Deemwango as a vlogger, are you there? That is the best visa for most of the vloggers that they will use. Why would Deemwango apply for Poland visa, only one, yet Deemwango wants to travel in the entire Europe? And I want to tell you and I remind you that how many number of times have you really challenged Deemwango? And Deemwango has lived up to such kind of challenges. At one point, you told Deemwango that Deemwango will never come to Germany. Deemwango came. We called you out. You all ran kitty kata. You were never there. You went to oblivion. Deemwango came and stepped. So what is? A travel blogger will use the cheapest route and the convenient route rather than having stress of applying single country's visa. Then again you apply. So you wanted Deemwango to apply for the Poland visa, then after applying Poland visa, then you start again applying for other visas. Who does that? Therefore, it tells you the reasoning. You are just running away from the initial statement because you are caught red-handed in your lies. And we still call you, you are a reprobate liar, a pathological liar. And that's what you're made of. And that is the conspiracy theories that you always fed on. And it's a confirmation that when Deemwango tells you that she poos and you eat, is in fact you are eating Deemwango's poo. That is rightly so. I need to confirm to you. You cannot run from the mere essence that you said that Deemwango has never traveled anywhere. Now Deemwango has traveled. You cannot run to the fact that you said that the Deemwangos would need a visa to Poland. And yes, it is a fact that Deemwango was never denied a visa. Deemwango never applied Poland visa. Where are you coming with this information that Deemwango applied for Poland visa? It's your own making. It's how you always run from your own delinquent self-esteem. Now you are coming to look so intelligent into this gram, into this YouTube street, and we will tell you off. It never stopped from there. She went ahead and explained other kind of things and telling people that she's having family in German, that she is a pro-German citizen, that she doesn't belong to Africa. She doesn't even have a Nigerian passport. At one point, you lied to us that you are from Sudan. That one cast a very negative into your character. Why would you even lie to people that you are a Sudanese? You ain't. You ain't, because we know. And we backed, and we really came in to explain to people that you are not, and you'll never be. You'll never be. We all want, with the due respect, to respect that you are a German citizen now. Nobody asks you that. You know? You are bringing in forth just because you are in competitions with a lady in her 20s. You are competing with the Deemwango. Yet your time has really forgone. You are like an ancestor. You know? You know? That's the same thing. That's why you are telling us you're a pro-German. You know, guys, there are things that sometimes if you keep quiet and you listen and you comprehend some kind of information that's being put forth by this baggy mouth, then you'll really understand that there are some people who are not reasoning at all. Perhaps let's listen to him, to her, then I will come and put everything into perspective.
So it baffles me for somebody to feel like I will be jealous of a bush house in Africa, a house in a bush in Africa, not a house that is even like in Nairobi. You see these beautiful homes and you say, how I wish I have this house in Nairobi. I'll be chilling when I come for holidays. But someone that my life, my family, everything, I built a family in Europe. I don't even think about Africa. I'm sorry to say this thing. Then you begin to think like, okay, a bush house I should be jealous of. If I want to be jealous of, I will be jealous of beautiful castle and beautiful homes here in Europe. Not a village house in Africa, never. Because what do I do with it? Even if you dash me, I'm not going to stay there. Because I cannot see me leaving my children in Europe to go and be living in Africa. So if you are not daft, begin to think. I have family here. You see how the thing go? Africa now is like, I'm a visitor. The reality remains that I don't even have Nigerian passport. Yes, because now I want to go to Niger. I want a visa. But the problem, the struggle, and I don't like stress. You understand? We don't like stress.
The lady who sometimes comes in here and calls herself the daughter of the soil. Which soil? Which soil? And you're a German citizen. Which soil? Let it be the last time you call yourself the daughter of the soil. If you don't have a passport even to your country back in Nigeria, therefore, what do you want to lecture people when it comes to issues of Africa? Then stop calling yourself a daughter of the soil. You ain't. Because you doesn't belong to the motherland. You know, banga, I'm a daughter of the soil. Bullshit. Which daughter of the soil? Next time you call yourself daughter of the soil, we'll remind you. Because how did you find yourself there? You are smuggled. You are smuggled. You can have all times to brag. How now you are a citizen. The same way you are a citizen and you don't have a visa and you don't have to struggle to get visa, and you are lazy sitting discussing a traveler who's traveling left and right, then you sit at a corner really spewing insult and spewing lies, tells you that you are so lazy. If you have visa and you are a citizen and a passport that can really opens you all these gateways to other countries, why can't you travel and you vlog? The only reasons you know how to travel when seeking other men is because the man that you're keeping in the house is an ancestor that lacks all her senses, all his senses and all her vitalities that can satisfy you when it is come to Bola and Toto. Nothing. That's why sometimes you go to event, you go to the London, you go to the UK, the things, because those are the places where you have your boyfriends, you cannot show them on camera. We have to tell you this. We tell you that it's fire for fire. You bring fire now, we want to also bring fire. We don't care. Because we also have got nothing to lose in this YouTube street. We have got nothing to lose. We'll always tell you fire. You bring fire, we'll get that fire back to you. You're speaking that you're not jealous. You are jealous. The fact that you've come in to talk about the Aymaro house, the Deemwango house that is constructing the village, really confirms but the mere fact that you are jealous. Jealous. If you're claiming that they're building in the rural land in the bush, and the people in the Europe who are telling people don't come to Africa, yet they are coming back in Africa and they're building in the villages. Why is everybody back in Europe coming to Africa? Because it is the motherland. And in Africa, not in the capital city, but in the outskirts of the capital city. Because that peace is what they want. You brag that you have a car that you drive. There is nothing that you drive. The only thing that you can drive those ancestral sandal men that you are keeping in the house like a pet. You only carry them outside to go and give them, get the vitamin D. My friend, this is the time that we've discovered on how to deal with you, and we must deal with you scathingly. I want to tell you one thing and get it so clear. There is a reasons why you are in competition with D. And it comes clearly because there are two things that you mentioned. One, you mentioned that the Poland people, the Polish people are racist. Secondly, you're mentioning the house. And thirdly, issue of the visa. Guys, this is what I deduce and this is what I confirm. There is a stiff competition that this baggy woman has been competing with Deemwango. One is mentioning the issue of racism, which I haven't confirmed. It could be true or could not. But this is a problem of everybody everywhere. Any part you go, you'll find the certain kind of racial segregation. It could be true, it could not be true. But it's bringing it because you're never asked for it. But you're bringing it forth just because you want to discourage Deemwango, because Deemwango is having a boyfriend from Poland. What is it your issue? Why is it always you're fighting these Deemwango's boyfriends? When JB was there, you all scattered it because you are in competition with Deemwango. That is it. So you want to discourage Deemwango, this one too. You'll try. And it won't happen. That one confirms. And the reason why it confirms because this is a stage that you left. Because when you landed and gotten married to a white guy, it was a guy who have really lost his memory to think, a senile one, and it was a guy who has got his vitality intact, which means the knocking power was zero rated. There is no stamina at all. Therefore, you think when Deemwango, and you get so jealous, when Deemwango gets soup boys around, you keep on fighting. Fighting your own battle in your own bedroom. You can get anywhere. There are men outside there. You can get Max 1 to deal with you scathingly squarely. Huh? Or you can get it's Ernest. Or go get it's Alex. Will deal with you scathingly. They have all them. Wait. You must be told all these things. So stop all your negativity. You must stop it right now. Number 2, she is mentioning that she's not jealous of Deemwango, and you're mentioning the villa that this Deemwango is constructing. You're so jealous because at your youthful stage, there's nothing that you build. There's nothing that you could only be remembered with. The only thing that you could remember with is how you used to sell your only one bean to all these old men outside there. Lack vitality, lack of mental thinking. Then you think that you're a hero somewhere, that you need to be appraised. Not at all. You're such kind of dimwits that are never making sense in this YouTube street. Never. And we will tell you to date. No mention, we will tell you to date. You tell us this, you must bring drama so that you change your content. This is the drama that also we must change our content every day. Our content must be changed. We also want money to be paid. So this is the best that we can respond to you back. You cannot run from the lies that you are ever spewing it over here. You cannot. Why must it be? You are talking of visa, and Deemwango never applied of Poland visa. He applied for Schengen visa. Why must you lie? Your lies is always discouraging Deemwango never to travel. Your lies is always wanting to paint Deemwango a negative picture that isn't. What is your problem with Deemwango? That one confirms that your lies is ever been exposed, and you must stop it forthwithly. So those are the three elements and the three things where you are in stiff competition with Deemwango, big time. And you must stop it. If you don't stop it, we'll also banger you with what we have. So guys, let me know what you think at the comment section. Until next time, this is your boy Senior Zach.